Hello, friends. This is Mac Payne, founder, owner, and operator of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, where we bring you news about the Vietnam War and the brave veterans who served there, as told to you by yours truly, a Vietnam veteran. In this short video, I come to you with big news. I have just published another podcast episode over at VietnamVeteranNews.com. In this podcast episode, I feature a press release about a Vietnam veteran by the name of Kurt Turner, who served in the U.S. Navy as a field corpsman. He served on a ship over there in Vietnam, just off the shore, and they would receive the wounded and give them immediate medical treatment. This is a very interesting story because it connects with Ron Mosbaugh, the pride of Joplin, Missouri, who has been a frequent contributor to the podcast. Ron was on the other end of the line from Kurt Turner. Ron was out in the field, on the ground with the Marines, and he was the one who gave immediate medical treatment to the wounded. Ron would take care of the wounded as best as he could, and if it was necessary, he would ship them out to hospitals for more treatment wherever. Could be in Da Nang, or it could be on a ship where corpsmen like Kurt Turner were serving. Ron encountered some situations that affected him for the rest of his life. He is still suffering from PTSD to this day. Apparently, Kurt Turner was affected by situations that still to this day bother him with PTSD. It has affected his entire life, just like Ron's. In this episode, I encourage people to go over and get a copy of Kurt Turner's book. Now get this, the title of the book reminds you of a Three Dog Night song. I have never been to heaven, but I have been to Oklahoma. That book tells it all the things Kurt went through on that ship, and then the nightmares it left with him and how it has affected his life ever since. It's a lot like Ron Mosbaugh's story. I believe it is very important for us to know what these Vietnam veterans went through and to be able to better understand what they're dealing with when someone says he has PTSD. It helps to know about it. If you listen to this podcast episode, you'll know more about it. And then you should be convinced to get a copy of the book and read it. I think we all need to know as much as possible about our veterans who suffer from things like PTSD. They served our country. We should be serving them now to help them. So please do that. I have made it quite easy for you to access podcast episode 3329er that features the press release about Kurt Turner's book. I have made it quite easy for you to access that particular podcast episode number 3329. I've set up 3 quick and easy ways that'll get you there in no time. The first and easiest way and quickest way is to simply scroll down below this 1965 version of a Philco TV set. There you will find a live link that'll take you straight to the podcast episode, and you can be listening immediately. If for some reason you cannot access that live link on the device you're watching this video on, as Crocodile Dundee would always say, no worries. All you've got to do is go to this URL, VietnamVeteranNews.com. Go there, click on episode 3329, and you can be listening immediately. But wait, there is another way you can get to that podcast episode. It's also quick and easy, and that is a QR code. If you have ever used QR codes, then you know how convenient they are. That's why I created a QR code just for you that'll take you straight to the podcast episode number 3329. All you've got to do is take out your phone, turn on the camera, point it toward the code, and you can be listening immediately. At the end of the short video, I will put that QR code up on the screen and leave it up there long enough so you will have plenty of time to get your phone out, turn on the camera, and click on it and be listening. Before you do that, though, do me a big favor. Like this video. The more people who like a video, the more likely YouTube will put it up on the internet. And that's what I'm trying to do here. To get more people to discover more about our Vietnam veterans, in this case, by reading this book. Another way you can help is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That will help too. Okay, you have your marching orders. I have just put up episode number 3329 over at the podcast website. I have provided you with 3 easy and quick ways to access that episode. So please go take a look at it. Here is the QR code. Were you able to connect with that code? If not, I'll leave it up a little longer just for you. So here it is. I will now end this short video where I informed you about the latest podcast episode 3329 that talks about a tremendous book written by a Vietnam veteran by the name of Kurt Turner. Please get a copy of it and read it. It'll do you some good to learn more about what Vietnam veterans went through. That is my opinion, and I am sticking to it. Thank you for listening. We will talk soon.